Once was a land of woe and strife, where the people were bereft of hope. They prayed to their gods of might and light to deliver the heroes of old. Instead they got heroes. Did you hear the quotes in my voice of moral ambiguity? They may help or may not help you at all. Depends on what's in it for them. They kick and they punch and they maul and they smash. They lie and they scheme and they burn and they slash. Succeed or fail, it adds to the tale. Dungeons and Debacle starts now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. I am your host and dungeon master, Kevin. Going around the table, Hannah.
I'm Hannah, and I'll be playing Talia, the human rogue.
And Blake.
I'm Blake, and I'll be playing Juliet, the Dragonborn eldritch knight / wizard.
And Shane.
That's me, playing Alexander, the human bard.
And John.
Hello, I'm playing Alunodas, sexy Elven monk.
No, Alexander's the sexy one.
That's what he says, but he's a liar. Can't trust him.
Speaking of which, last time on Dungeons and Debacles podcast, you guys were in the inn trying to figure out how you were going to get out of the city or find more information on the boots. Alexander had the idea that he was going to go downstairs and talk to this drunk noble in the bar. Come to find out, he knew a little bit about the boots. After some discussion and some subduction and some rubbing.
Did you say subduction?
Seduction.
Oh, seduction. Okay. Yeah, I thought the continental plate tectonics might not have a role in it.
And a suggestion spell. Alexander was able to get some information out of this noble that the Red Talons had been attacking, and they had moved the Boots of Feydale to the Feywild. So that's where you are now. You're in this room currently. I believe you have this noble meditating via the seduction spell.
Charm.
Suggestion spell. Seduction spell. Same thing. So what are you doing?
I was thinking we could distract the guards outside by having Alexander pretend to be the noble.
Well, first of all, who was in the room? Who was in the room when all this was going on? Are we all just crowded around?
I think that's what ended up happening, because we lost all sense of what we were supposed to be doing, so we all just crowded in. I don't know. Something happened. We were all in there. We tied him up. We untied him.
And then we left again.
Honestly, I'm completely clueless as how this plan fell apart, but...
What plan?
We had a pretty good plan.
There were 3 different plans going on, and, one of them actually happened, kind of. And somehow Talia ended up having to teach Alexander how to,
seduce?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were Cyranoing this guy, right?
Something like that.
So the scene is I guess you're all crowded in Alexander's room. This noble is currently meditating on the bed, and I guess you're all just standing there looking at each other. I think Knife Round poked his head in and was like, I don't even want to know what's going on.
Okay, so...
He'll stay meditating for a while, right?
8 hours, I think.
Does the spell last that long?
Yes, it's an 8-hour spell.
Anyway, we have Alexander disguise himself. We have 3 people now that can cast the disguise self spell. We lure the guards away, pretend to be the nobleman, pretend he's getting robbed, pretend he's been murdered. They go on a chase across the city. They can't find anyone because they're trying to chase Talia, who can turn into a bat and get away from them very easily. Once they're gone, we just mosey on our way.
Now, with disguise self, does it change, the height of something? Because she is the height of a 13-year... Okay.
Yeah, I think you can add a foot or 2 to your head or something like that, but it doesn't stand up to scrutiny.
Yeah, so if someone tried to pat me on the head, then they would catch air.
Well, seeing as how we're talking about a really tall elven noble, it's less likely to happen, but... I'm thinking we wouldn't want it to be, a long-term sort of con. She goes out, in a drunken stagger, goes across the street into an alley, and pretends to get robbed there. They rush over to see what's happening and find a corpse.
See, I was thinking that we just set this place on fire, and in the rush of things that are happening, we escape.
That is another possibility.
Oh, the old set the inn on fire trick.
I mean, are there guards at the gate that'll stop us if we just try and go through in disguise?
If you remember correctly, there were guards on the inside and outside of the gate coming into the city. You haven't looked at the other gates. You haven't been there, so you don't know.
We also need to get our stuff out of the inn without the guards at the inn fucking with us.
Last time I had suggested that we disguise ourselves as captain guards or something like that, and we have orders to confiscate these items and whatnot.
Throughout the day, have we been paying attention to the rotation of the guards, like how frequently
Yes.
they're rotated through?
They got they did a rotation at dusk, I think it was.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
Alunodas has been staring out the window. He's been very anxious this whole time.
So it's just a 12-hour rotation?
Well, we haven't been here that long. We know there's been a rotation.
Because I was thinking, what if we disguised ourselves as guards and just said, hey, we're here to relieve you? I prefer the lighting the inn on fire plan, just so we're clear.
I actually would prefer if we took a rest. Just putting that out there.
We can't
I'm pretty
wait till
tired.
morning. There's no way we can wait till morning, because if we wait till morning, first of all, dude bro's gonna wake up and be like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Why am I in this guy's room? And why am I naked? And second, they're gonna come to escort us to other dude bro, the bard, who is going to then know who we are. We have to leave tonight in the cover of darkness.
Immediately. What she said. Very much. All that.
Okay then.
Again, burning the hotel down sounds like a great plan to me. But I may just want to set something on fire because it's been a while.
I just feel like drawing attention to ourselves is a worse idea.
Well, if we're the victims, quote unquote, of the burning, then we would be drawing attention to our corpses.
We won't be
someone's
leaving corpses.
So at about this, it's probably about 8 o'clock at night right now. So the sun's probably been down for a good hour at this point.
And we still have no idea where the boots are.
They're in the Feydale.
The Feywild.
Feywild.
You are currently in the Feydale.
Okay. We are going to take a vote now on which plan we're going to do. We're either going to sneak out using the noble as a disguise. We're either we are going to be guards and switch shifts, or we are going to burn the inn down. What does everyone think? Votes.
I vote on the noble part.
Frankly,
Talia?
any sort of disguise works well. Any disguise plan, I think.
I vote. Guess I vote to try to switch with the guards or the noble. We won't burn the hotel down. Talia's super upset about this, by the way. That's why she's being all.
Okay. We will disguise ourselves as nobles and guards. That seems to be the consensus. So let's put that into action.
Do you
Now-
have enough spell slots to do that?
So far, the only one who's used spells has been Alexander, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah. I have 1 level 2 spell slot left and 3 level 3 spell slots. So I could... Let's double check how long the change appearance thing lasts for.
An hour.
Yep, so I have 4 hours of transform magic.
Alright, and I can get up to 7. Talia,
I don't
what's
think it'll
your...
need to last that long.
I can do 2 hours,
2 hours, got it. Okay.
I think.
So we have 2 hours to get out of here. Or rather, we have to get out of here within 2 hours. That shouldn't be a huge problem. Setting up the cart's only going to take, what, 10, 15 minutes?
If that. Buttercup's very agreeable.
Okay, so I heard votes for both disguising as a noble and disguising as guards. Who wants to pretend to be the noble?
Talia's gonna put her finger on her saying, nose goes. And she's gonna put her finger to the tip of her nose.
Does that mean you want to do it or don't want to do it?
Don't want to do it. I take it back. I have 3 hours. Just
Okay.
so I just looked. Sorry.
Alexander, would you like to be the noble? Or
I guess I clicked shift instead of my other button. Yeah, I wanted to be the noble.
Okay.
This noble that's on the bed?
Yes.
It's another idea. You need to feed your dagger. Use your suggestion to get him to, walk out in the street with you, acting really drunk, which he is. And then, kill him. And then run away, maybe?
But what happens if he succeeds the check against suggestion, which he has advantage against? I can just kill him now, and then we can just freaking go on head on out there.
I'd rather not leave a body behind in one of the rooms that was, that was very much one of ours.
Yeah, I'm confused. Why are we leaving a body behind?
Just because Alexander needs to kill things.
Well, he can do that later.
You do have a bag of holding that's giant.
Am I able to put living things in the bag?
Yeah.
Hole?
He wouldn't be living anymore, but
Oh yeah,
Wait.
that's true. Yeah, I could just kill him and just shove him in there.
Yeah, and then his blood would get all over every single thing in there. We have to clean it all.
you have prestidigitation.
Oh,
Wait.
so now I have to clean it all.
Wait. Can living things go in the bag of holding and survive?
Yeah, and they can breathe for up to 10 minutes, and then they suffocate.
So, okay, here's the other question, and Talia's gonna turn to Nifron and say, Nifron, can you disguise yourself?
Well, why would I need to? I'm an elf. You forgot he was an elf, didn't you?
But you're the wrong kind of elf.
Sure did.
No, he's a high
He's
elf.
just an elf.
What? He's not a... I was under the impression that he was a drow this entire time.
Really?
Wow,
Racist.
okay.
So,
Other elves
three
can
of us
be
can
evil.
three of us can disguise ourselves to look like high elves. And the fourth one can go in the damn bag of holding and we can just walk out of here, get our horses, and go.
How would we get our horses in disguise?
We don't have to disguise our
Walk out
horses.
there and
It's not like they have any...
No, I'm saying that
anything-
how would the elves just let us, do you think, walk out of here with our horses? Or with other people?
Well, that's the whole thing with the guards. If we are a superior officer, or we have a superior officer doing stuff, then we can just kind of say we're confiscating these goods, and we have an excuse not only to just leave, but then leave the city as well. We can just say it's under orders of someone important.
That could work. Well, the noble, in fact.
I don't know if they're going to listen to orders from the noble, but...
He's a member of the small council.
Oh, that's right. He is kind of important.
Well, they think he's important.
He thinks he's important.
Sure does.
Alright, so I'll climb in the bag of holding, along with the noble, and you guys disguise yourselves as guards and the noble, and we just leave the city?
Just so you guys know, if I disguise myself as a guard, I'm not going to be able to talk because I'm going to sound like a 13-year-old.
I am
Drive
also
the
going
car.
to sound like a Dragonborn, so...
Well,
Strong,
Alexander
silent
disguises
eyes?
himself as the noble and does all the talking.
He doesn't know Elvish.
Damn it.
We've
All right.
established
He has
that.
to be a guard.
Nifron disguises himself as the noble and does all the talking.
Yeah, Nifron can put on the noble's clothes and pretend to be the noble.
Just because he's a high elf doesn't mean it looks the same. Now you guys are being racist. Get this shit out of here.
Yeah. Racist.
Okay, let's start brainstorming. Ideas, spells, anything that you can use. Do we have some kind of spell to create noises that we could use and just kind of... what do they call it?
Thaumaturgy?
Great.
I
No,
have
to
minor
create...
illusion.
I have major image.
Oh, then put the image over the cart or on the horse, and I sit on the horse, and I can do the talking because I can speak Elvish.
Or you could use, Sky itself won't work on another person, will it?
Nope.
Unfortunately. I was thinking that if we have like an illusion spell, we can throw our voices to some, or even throw voices that are not our own.
Isn't there a cantrip that can do that?
I do not believe minor illusion creates sounds. Oh no, it does. You create a sound or an image of an object. Oh yeah, you can make a sound. It will be obvious because it is somatic, so you will be able to hear the casting of the spell unless we muffle it somehow.
I'm liking Alunoda's idea of just casting major image on our cart and like the horses, and then just freaking making it seem like he's the noble going through. Or I could
turn
just...
the cart into a carriage, and then have the noble be sitting inside of it, and he, twitches the curtain aside and commands them to do something, and twitch the curtain back, or something like that.
As long as they don't touch us, yeah, that could work. Create an image of a carriage with the noble on top, and it duplicates real sounds. So now, of course, the problem is that it has real sounds, but Alexander doesn't know Elvish, so would he be able to emulate sounds of Elvish that would be recognizable as a language? My guess is no.
No.
Well, if you cast the illusion over Alunodas, and Alunodas does the talking.
But you're
That
not
is true.
Well, yeah. It's just going to take a deception check on your part.
And I'm no good at deception. That's why I like the distraction idea. It doesn't require them to think. Like, I'm thinking Alexander and Talia go out in illusion as a noble and just a woman. Then the noble starts screaming for help. The guards come running out, and they see the noble lying dead on the ground and the woman running away. And then they go chasing after the woman, and Talia turns into a bat, comes back to the end, and we all skedaddle as quickly as we can.
But I can't speak Elvish either.
You don't
None of
have
us
to.
can speak Elvish.
I speak Elvish.
It's gonna be super suspect if two elves just are talking in common.
Well, the only thing you would have to do is scream the word help, which I think I could teach you. You just stagger out of the inn, drunken and giggling, then you're across the street, scream for help, they come out and find a body lying on the ground and a woman running away with a bloody knife in her hand or something.
So, what we doing?
For a ruse, we're going for a distraction, what are we doing?
We have to decide something. So I am going to take the initiative here, and if you guys disagree with the part of the plan, please let me know immediately, or else we are going to take Alunodas and the noble. We're going to stuff them in the bag. We're going to disguise ourselves as guards, go downstairs, inform the other guards that we are taking over their shifts at the behest of this noble guy. In fact, we can have Alexander be the noble guy, and then it would just be Talia and I who have to be guards, and I guess he'll just be a very short guard.
Who can't speak Elvish?
Yes, and I will pretend to be the guard in charge. I can speak Elvish. I will make the excuse that I have a sore throat.
How good's your deception? Are you a good liar?
Well, no, but my guess is that these people have probably never interacted with a Dragonborn and may not be able to tell the difference because of how xenophobic they seem.
Well, you also have to trick them into thinking that you are a guard generally and that you have orders and so on.
Well, we have the noble to do that as well.
The noble who can't speak Elvish.
But I think even just standing there would help. He could just turn his nose up and be an asshole.
Talia's gonna mutter under her breath, lighting the inn on fire would be so much easier.
You're draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, to the inn.
Okay, you know what? Fine. We'll burn the inn down. What we'll do is we'll get outside first, ready the cart, set the inn on fire, and then head towards the gate. The guards will head towards the inn. As long as we're disguised as something innocuous, they shouldn't harass us at all. Then maybe there'll be less security at the gate.
Disguise and burning. I like it.
I don't, but we're gonna do it anyway.
I mean, we can set it up so that it's like a slow, like it's
a slow burn so that it doesn't really catch on fire until after we're away.
Yes.
I don't
Can
know.
you do
the
a time
logistics
delay
of
on your
that, so
spells?
that would be time delay?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, you can cast a spell and then you can fire it the round of or the round after, and that's it.
Yeah, there's no
Talia,
delay.
do you have a fire spell of some kind?
I wasn't thinking fire spell.
Well, you could light a fire, turn into a bat, fly away, so that would be easy. As long as it's not a bright fire. So we could light the fire whenever we want. So anyway, Alexander, why don't you go ahead, kill this noble, and I'll take him into the sack with me.
Okay,
Just don't
I
leave
will
me
not
in
be
YouTube.
present for this.
That was the thing I was gonna ask. Is the major image, can it move or is it stationary?
Yes, it can move.
And it lasts for 10 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I can renew it.
But that requires a spell cast, which might be obvious.
Unless he disguises it as a drunken stumble and slurring.
I don't think a flash of magic and a shimmer of an illusion is going to be a stumble.
All right, guys, we need to be making a decision here soon. What are we doing?
I don't know, maybe setting it on fire would be simpler, but probably not as clean. I don't know.
All right, Juliet she casts Disguise Self and turns herself into we saw at the beginning of the gate an elf who was a captain, so she's going to imitate that regalia and put on a different elf face, specifically the one she was using on the path to, I forget the town, but she disguised herself as a female elf. She can use that same face.
Okay, I thought you said you were going to use... Oh, you're going to use the captain's garb. You're not trying to be Captain Sinus. Okay.
I am not trying to be the captain, no. That would be irresponsible and terrible.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
I'm holding up the corpse, or the noble, sort of shaking him in Alexander's direction.
I will go slit the dude's throat with my dagger.
Okay. You go over to this noble, and you pull out the dagger, and you can hear the whispering in the back of your head saying, yes, yes, do it, do it. And then the blade glows that darkish purplish glow. As you slit this noble's throat, the blood gets absorbed into the blade, and as you pull it away, the blood is still being sucked in, so you're not leaving any sort of mess there.
Hey, see, Juliet, you didn't have to clean after all.
And then after that, you're kind of look down and you're kind of amazed that all this blood is being sucked into this dagger. And then you look at your arm where that black veining was, and it recedes and fades away. So you no longer have a penalty to your constitution.
Neat.
Alunodas takes the corpse and throws it into the bag of holding, and then climbs in himself, leaving his head poking out. Because that's fun.
I'm just imagining this bag is you put it on the bed and the bag's sitting there and your head's just poking out of it.
It's like the elevator joke where they pretend like they're going deeper and deeper into a magical pretend elevator.
Yeah, or stairwell, something like that, yeah.
And
so Blake, now you have something new to draw. A bag with an elf's head poking out of it, grinning.
I already have enough to draw.
I'd love to see fan art on that.
And then I will use my level 2 spell slot to use freaking disguise self.
Ah.
Okay, and what are you disguising yourself as?
I will disguise myself as a random elf that we pass by in freaking like a guard's clothing.
Okay. At this point, Nifron's gonna look in. He's like, "What's going on?"
We're getting ready to leave. And I wiggle my head.
He looks down and he's like, "Gods! Are you insane? Why would you get into a bag of holding?"
Because I can't disguise myself.
Fine. I'm assuming the tall one here is Juliet, and the smaller one here is Alexander. And he's looking at you two disguised as guards.
Righto.
Let me get my things. And then he's going to walk back out of the room. And a few moments later, he comes back in. You see now that he has one of these blue cloaks that the guards were wearing.
Where'd you get that?
Let's just say I borrowed it the last time I was in the city.
Why wouldn't you just kill somebody and take their cloak? That seems weird.
I see sarcasm's lost on you, Elf.
You're just noticing that?
So I guess we're
Great.
moving now, as he takes his hands and runs it through his hair, trying to comb it out.
Talia should disguise herself as well.
Yes. I like the idea, though, of Talia carrying the bag with my head poking out of it.
Oh,
Just
God.
because there's two bodies in the bag and she's just sort of carrying it in one hand. She doesn't have to. Once I'm in the bag of holding, would I be able to get myself back out of the bag of holding, or would I need help?
Someone would have to reach into the bag trying to find you in order for you to get out of it.
Okay, so I'm just going to leave my head out until the last minute. So
And
the
how
10-minute
long
time limit
does-
doesn't start.
Yeah, how long does the air last? Because I looked it up, and apparently it's up to DM discretion how long it lasts.
I would say 10 minutes, and then 1 minute for every point of constitution that you have. Your constitution modifier.
Oh, okay, in that case it's 11 minutes.
Neat. Guess we gotta make sure to keep a timer on that.
Yeah, you have 10 minutes, and then you have to get me out of there. Otherwise, I'll have to roll a new character.
So do I have to, like, physically take him out for him to breathe, or can I just, like, open the bag
No, you have to take
and,
him.
like, bring him? Okay.
What if we, like, put a reed into the neck of the bag?
Or why not, like... I don't want to tell you what to do or give you ideas, but why aren't you doing, like, the whole Star Wars Chewbacca Death Star prison scene?
I have not seen those movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut the
That's
fuck
a good
up.
idea. Oh no.
Get the
well,
fuck off of
poor
my
Kevin.
podcast.
Not even that good.
There are two reasons that we wouldn't go the path of bringing someone to prison. One, we have no idea where the prison is. Two, we still have the problem of finding guards. We have to be guards and bringing them. Three is that if we grab one person, somehow we have to make excuses for where everyone else is. Because they're going to ask, why are you grabbing only one?
Oh, we could pretend that whatchamathing, the bard, has requested our presence, and all of our possessions are to be moved, and you are the guard escorting. No, they would wonder.
We have to pick a plan, guys.
Okay, so
Let's just go
I
with what we have.
like the idea of us just disguising ourselves and just leaving with our stuff and hoping that we don't draw attention. I was thinking, because I don't want to add a bunch of height to myself, since I'm not entirely sure if that's possible now. Looking at
It's 1 foot of height.
yeah, that's not tall enough.
That would be short, but within reason for an elf.
For a guard,
How tall
Elves
is
don't
Talia?
rely
Like
on
3 feet
strength.
tall?
she's taller than that. Hold on, I want to say she's like 4. She's 4'4".
Yeah, then you could be 5'4". That's a perfectly acceptable height for an elf.
I was just thinking I could turn into a bat and hide in one of your cloaks.
You could also do that if you wanted to.
Because also not having even fewer in number, fewer people to move seems easier as well.
Make sure you have an answer ready for when the guards ask why you're taking our stuff, but not us.
Aren't we just relieving them? We don't have to take their have to do that, right?
Good call.
Yeah,
Never mind.
and then
Go
they'll
ahead.
leave, and then there's nobody to overlook us.
Good call. So in that case, I don't even need to get in the bag of holding. I'll just climb out of the bag of holding and wait in the room for you to get the guards out.
And if something goes wrong, I'm sorry, guys. I have no ideas beyond that, so we're just going weapons hot.
Makes sense.
Cool. I'll just fly away. No offense.
Who's taking care of Abbott?
What do you mean taking care of Abbott? Isn't he downstairs still? Oh no, you took him in here. Why'd you take...
Alright.
So, anyway, you go deal with the guards. I'll wait in the room with this stuff.
I have a bit of a dumb question.
No dumb questions, only dumb people.
Well, then I might sound super dumb. What happens if I'm holding onto Abbott and then turn into a bat?
You turn into a bat and Abbott stays there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it only transforms your possessions, not other people.
Not living things, no.
Okay, just double checking. Then yeah, this better work. I hope that this works. Please let this work.
Good roll.
It seems
guys.
like the safest. It seems like the safest option. I think. Just hey, we're here to relieve you, and then get foe.
Yep.
So, Juliet, you are disguised as a guard. Alexander, you are disguised as a guard, too?
Correct.
And Talia, are you disguised as a guard?
I mean, how many guards are outside?
You could look outside.
I've been looking outside. I should know.
Yeah, that's why I was I was asking, because he would actually know, because he's been paying attention.
He would know that there are 2 out front and 1 in the back by the stables.
I guess I'll be a short guard. But I can't speak Elven.
I mean, isn't Juliet the, captain? So
Yes.
wouldn't she be speaking on our behalf? We don't need to say anything to them. We're just relieving them.
Yeah. Go.
It's just going to be a simple, hey guys, I'm a captain. There's been something that happened. Well, I need these 2 on guard right now. You 2 are relieved until further notice, and then swap.
Yes, are we ready to enact this plan? Everybody got their stuff? Everybody, buttoned up their pants and everything?
Alunodas climbs out of the bag of holding. I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Let me set the scene, and if there are any inconsistencies, you guys let me know so we can fix that. Juliet is going to head downstairs with both of you are no, Talia is a bat. With Alexander into
I thought I was going to be a guard.
Okay, then you are a guard. Alexander, what are you? Let me get this all straight, because this has been like 8 trillion plans and I have no idea.
We're doing all 3 of them at once. So me and Talia are regular guards. You're the captain guard. Alunodas is here with the pup.
Alright, great. So Juliet is going to head down with Talia, and you know what? Instead, it's going to be Talia and Alexander flanking her, so it looks like nice and official. And we're going to march down the stairs and approach the guards with a bearing of regality.
Okay, so you start to walk downstairs and you notice that there are more people in this common room right now. The mistress of the inn here apparently is busy and not paying any attention to you coming down the steps. And you look over and see the 3 guards are having a conversation. They don't appear to notice you over the sounds of people talking in this common room.
Great. So Juliet is going to lead Alexander and Talia around. Preferably, I don't know how big this is, but if she can get around to appear as though they just came in, that is where Juliet is going to try to be. If that's impossible, then Juliet is just going to walk straight up to the guard.
The guards,
slam her hand.
the guards inside the inn aren't the ones who are actually standing watch.
Oh, okay. Then the ones outside the inn. So the ones inside drinking are not. Okay, that changes things just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why they would be drinking if they're on guard.
Elves are very slack.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, these high elves.
Juliet was a town guard. She definitely drank on the show.
Doesn't seem very lawful.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and circle around to the front through the back door or something.
Yes, we're gonna go around to the. We're just gonna leave.
Currently, the only entrance or exit that you kinds know of right now is the main entrance exit out the front. You've seen a door on the back when you were by the stables, but you don't know exactly where that comes in and out of this inn. There is a door that leads to what you think is a kitchen by the bar.
Can't you just disguise yourself one way, go up, go in an alley, change your disguise, come back?
We certainly could. How many spell slots are we willing to use on this?
Oh, I thought that while you had the delusion on, you could change it at will, I guess.
No.
So are you going out the front, or are you going to try to go through the kitchen?
Can we peek inside to see if there's anybody in the kitchen?
There's got to be someone in the kitchen.
Well, hold on, let me pull a map of the inn up. Okay, so this is where you have come downstairs. Here is the inn, the common room here. The guards are over here at this table. There's people at other tables over here. The mistress of the inn is back here behind the bar. And this is the door to what you believe is the kitchen. And here is the front door.
Okay, guys, quick. Are we going to try and check the kitchen, or are we going out the front door? Gotta make a choice now.
You're the captain.
I'm the captain. Great, we're going into the kitchen.
I am the captain now.
I think you should climb out the window.
What?
Borrow the bat thing and then go through the window, I guess.
Just go through the kitchen. Whatever. I'm not even down here anymore. You can't hear anything I'm saying.
Yes, so Julia is going to lead the guards to the kitchen, open up the doors, and just walk through as confidently as possible.
Okay, so it's you and Alexander and Talia?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to need everybody to give me stealth checks as you try to get through this kitchen door without the mistress of the inn see you go back there.
I would like to inspire my companions as we make this attempt.
Thank the gods that I have advantage on all stealth checks.
And so does Alexander.
I do not. I have disadvantage.
Don't forget you're inspired. You get an extra d6 if you want.
Who's inspired?
They both are. I said that I would inspire them.
Alright, that makes it a 7. I don't think that's going to cut it even against passive perception.
As you walk towards this door, you see you're kind of like moving through the common room, and you're keeping your eyes locked on the mistress of the tavern here. And she turns around and sees you as you approach the kitchen door. Are you still going to try to go in the door?
Well, it's not like Juliet was sneaky.
Yeah, Juliet's going to go through the door. Give a casual look at her and proceed to go through the door.
She's going to speak up. Can I help you, Captain?
This is official state business. Please go about your business. We'll be right out.
Huh. You have official business in my kitchen?
We are using the back door on an emergency.
Give me a deception check.
Knew it.
That's an 8. You can use the front door like anybody else. I don't want any of you guards tracking your mud through my kitchen. Out, out.
Very well. Juliet's going to lead everyone out the front door then.
You notice she's kind of keeping an eye on you, and you turn around and look at her, and she does this motion with your hand like, go on, get out. So you're going to walk out the front door, and there's 2 guards out here by this walkway that leads out to the road, and they are talking to each other and apparently not paying any attention currently. Are you just going to walk up to them?
Yes. There's 2 of them, right?
Correct.
Or how many? Juliet's going to look back and forth at these 2. Pretending to have a cough, interspersing it with coughs, but I'm not going to do that into the mic because that's really annoying.
You could just say cough.
Cough? No, I don't. That's even worse. So Juliet's going to say, you 2.
Yes?
We're currently here to replace you.
Oh. I think you should probably get to the temple. Geez, your voice by Corellin. You sound terrible. I can't believe they've got you on duty.
Yes, well, it's not my place to question orders, and it's not your place to question orders either, so get out of here. Back to the barracks with you.
You don't have to be so rude. Give me a deception check.
Intimidate. That's higher.
Or intimidate if you want.
They're the same thing, but I'll go with intimidation just for the kicks. I don't know why I rolled dice. I haven't succeeded at a skill check in I don't know how many episodes.
Do you have any skills besides like Arcana and History?
I have tons, but I failed every single History check. I failed every single Arcana check. I failed every single Stealth check. The only thing I've succeeded on are Acrobatics and Athletics. And those were all the way back with the Broken Brick.
Are you sure you haven't been getting your D20 mixed up with the D10?
No, you can check those. These are all D20s.
I know, I was making a...
Oh, I got you.
Alright, so that's a 3. One of the gods is going to say, settle down. There's no need to raise your voice to me. I haven't seen you, but who are you? And this is quite unusual. We've only been out here for a couple of hours. Why are we being relieved now?
Like I said, you are not to question my orders. My name is Captain Llanowar.
Captain Llanowar? Never heard of you.
I'm a little new. That's not your problem.
Give me a deception check.
Yep. I don't know what you expected.
And the hits just keep on coming. That's a 7. Who do you say? And he turns to the other god and says, you ever heard of this captain? Seems like we've been informed. And the other one says, no, I haven't heard of her either. On whose authority are you here?
Hold on 1 second. I had his name up, and then we went to a plan, and I put it away, and now I gotta find it again.
And I would also like to point out that me and Talia have no idea what's going on. We just hear them speaking gibberish.
I'm here on the authority of Erik Talewright.
The companion? Who is he to give orders to us?
Don't ask me. I was given the orders by my superiors, and they were told by Erik Talewright. Apparently they trust him enough to make me sit through this with a terrible cough.
Give me another deception check.
Just one, man. Just give me one.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Okay, retroactively, Luno's listening through the...
Oh my god.
Yeah, never mind.
I ate my own words. Natural 20.
In the clutch. Well, I did hear he is in the city. Suppose that checks out, and there's been some raiding I've been wanting to catch up on anyway. Phineas, let's let them take over. And the other guard nods, and they are going to grab their spears and walk out to the street and walk over here to the west towards the closest barracks.
Fantastic. Juliet is going to bring Talia and Alexander to stand in place for like 5 minutes before heading back to where the horses are to ready the cart and the horses.
Where she'll find Alunodas has already started working. He saw everything and listening in.
Alright, so Alunodas, are you grabbing your stuff and going downstairs?
Yep. Bringing everything.
Okay.
I was about to say.
So, as you gather your stuff and you walk down the hall, you poke your head into where Nifron was staying, and you don't see him.
Nifron?
No answer.
Alright, I'm just gonna head downstairs.
Okay. So, are you walking out the front?
Yep. Don't really have much choice.
Okay, so you walk out the front door with Talia and Abbott, I guess, with your things, and you...
Just with Abbott. I was out with Juliet, remember?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you walk outside and you see Alexander and Talia's disguised as guards standing out front. And are you walking back towards the stable?
Yep.
You walk around this side to the path to the stable, you know that there was a guard out
Actually,
there.
can I walk around the other side? I don't want to go near the... Wait, there's another door.
What?
The inn has another door, the side door that goes around by the potties. They didn't have to go out the front door.
That's
What?
not a door.
Looks like a door. Alright, anyway, I want to go around the other side of the inn because I don't want to walk by the door. They smell bad.
Okay. Now, there was a guard out back here earlier. What are you guys doing about that?
This one he would leave with the others.
No, the only people that you've talked to are the 2 guards out front.
Didn't realize there was a garden back. Okay,
I told you this.
Go talk to him.
He did. That's why there were 3 of us.
gotcha. Okay. So then Juliet is going to go up to this guard and inform him that we are taking over the watch to head back to the barracks. She's going to be a little nicer this time.
Okay, what are you saying to this guard?
Ah, there you are, guard.
Oh, I have a
Give it up.
name.
My apologies. What's your name?
I'm Derek.
Derek, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Captain Lanoir, and I've been given orders to help retire you. You are to head back to the barracks and take the time off.
I'm much too young for retirement.
Oh, I meant in the sleeping terms, or meditation, rather.
Give me a deception check.
That's appropriate.
Lenoir, do you say? I haven't heard of you.
I'm a little bit new, so this is kind of sudden for me as well. I wouldn't be here with a terrible cough unless it was very important.
Guess you should probably get that checked out. Don't get too close to me. I don't want to catch it.
Then I suggest you head off before the malady spreads.
Yes, you should get that looked at the temple.
In the morning when my shift is over.
Fair enough. And they are going to get on a horse, and they are going to trot down the road.
Great. I guess we'll head to the stables then.
So you head to the stables, and Nifron's already in here, and he already has his saddle up on his horse.
Great, you're all ready. That saves us a lot of time.
And his cloaks basically let you go anywhere in the city. As he
That's
points to the
handy.
blue cloak on his back.
Well, let us get out of the city? Whatever, let's go. Alunodas cartons up Buttercup.
Okay. So you guys
Hitches Buttercup.
you guys get your horses and stuff together. Where are you going?
I think the north gate is going to be less well guarded.
That is correct. But there is no official way out towards the Feygate, is there? We would have to rough it.
That's okay, just as long as we get out of this damn city.
Okay, we are going to head to the North Gate.
So
What illusions are we using? Guys, I know you guys had all these illusion plans planned out. What are we using?
I still say Alunodas climbs into the bag, but that's probably a bad idea, so never mind. I'm just gonna... I don't know, should we stay guards, or should we try to change
Stay
it to-
guards, I'll climb in the bag, and we'll just go.
So you are currently here right now, and everything that you just did probably took a total of about 15 minutes, so you've got about 45 more minutes, and you think it'll only take you about maybe 15 to get to this gate right here.
Alright, Juliet is going to refresh her spell because she's got the spell slots to burn.
Same with Talia. Couldn't Alexander just put invisibility on Alunodas, and then he doesn't have to climb into a bag?
Oh, good call.
Is invisibility or disguise self-concentration?
Yes, both of them are. So, and
Never mind
suggestion, actually. So, that guy is no longer suggested.
Well, he's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. But, well, I mean, technically he hasn't been suggested. He's not suggested. I'll take that technicality.
You could
Okay,
just
great.
put
So we are-
Alunodas in a cart and throw a blanket over him.
Also not a bad idea.
Works just as well.
Alright, I guess Alunodas is going to sit in the back. We'll throw a blanket over him. Juliet, Talia, and Alexander are going to ride in the cart and bring it around to the North Gate.
Alright, so as you approach the north gate, you are going to see some houses and an inn to your left, and then there are some houses to your right on the side of this road as you approach the north. As you get closer, you see the gates here. The walls here are about 30-35 feet tall. To your left of the gate, you are going to see 2 elven guards in half-plate armor. To your right, there is another guard that is near some sort of, how do I describe this? Some sort of, like an outbuilding here attached to this structure. To the left, you're going to see the guard barracks. There's also appears to be a tent that they're using for some like shelter for them to walk in and out of on their shifts. And they've got a large fire burning. There's also a cart with a large amount of hay to the left.
Alright, okay, quick addendum to the plan. Talia, you're a bat, right? You can turn into a bat, right?
She's a guard.
I can turn into a bat. What's up?
Okay, you wanted fire. If you can set that hay bale on fire while we're talking to the guard to distract them, after they open, we can get through much more easily.
How?
I have no idea. I don't know how big this bat is. I figure hay is flammable.
I could just light a stick on fire at the end, and then she can just carry the stick while
That
that.
would work.
The other question is, how big is my bat? Like, is it a small bat? Is it like a flying fox? Like,
It would be like
Sneak over there. You're sneaky.
a brown bat, like North American brown bat, not like Africa vampire bat or some large nonsense.
so a fruit bat of some, well,
Yeah,
no,
tiny.
fruit bats can be small. Like, flying foxes are giant and adorable. Okay, I mean, let's see if we can get through. I'll go ahead and turn into a bat and fly off somewhere inconspicuous, and if you guys can make it through without me needing to light something on fire, then we'll do that. Otherwise, I'll light something on fire, and I'll just meet you on the other side of the gate.
Sounds good.
And we're not within sight, like, we're still pretty far away given the darkness, right? Like, I can turn into a bat and fly over here without being noticed.
There's some torches and lamplights around here, but you could duck off, like, between the trees around here and be able to turn into a bat.
Yeah, don't forget the
I'll
fairy
do that.
fire street lamps.
It was a huge initiative. Alright, so what are you doing? Are you approaching the gates?
Yes.
Alright, so as you get closer to the gates, these 2 guards over here to the left are going to step out in the street, motion for you to halt about maybe 30 feet from the gate.
Alright, yeah. Juliet will slow the wagon down and stop it.
Dang, I should have gotten out of the wagon earlier. Well, maybe not.
What's that?
No, I was just realizing that I could probably, if I can get to the top of the city walls, I can just jump off and be fine. But whatever, just keep going.
Alright, so the guard stops you and says, "Where are you going? We're not due for a shift change outside the gates."
We're heading outside with this shipment for troops on the front line.
Really, I haven't been informed of any shipment.
That's because this is a special order from Erik Talewright. It's for a clandestine mission.
Okay, so his eyes widen a little bit. Give me a deception check with advantage.
I need disadvantage. There we go. There's 20. And I wasted a 16. Alright.
The companion, do you say? Alright. And he nods to this elven guard over here, and he's going to walk over to this apparatus and flip a switch, and you're going to see the gates open.
Thank you very much. And Juliet is going to spur the horse on.
And he just waves you on.
I'll fly over the fence and meet them on the other side.
So as you move through the gates, you're going to notice that there is a garrison on this other side of about 5 elven guards that turn and look at you and nod, and you're able to move on because they're not interested in anybody coming out of the gates. They're just interested in keeping people from coming in.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's about 9 o'clock. Out in front of you, let's go back to the Feydale map. You are going to see what appears to be some tents and a couple of merchants out here selling some street meat, mainly like fish that you can smell that's being cooked over some grills. There are some docks up here to the north. At this time of night, you are seeing the moon start to, it's low on the horizon, and it's creating this large glittering path along this river that runs to the north of you. There's several people out on the street right here. You'll see some people in some fishing boats. You'll also see some people in some larger river boats that are unloading some cargo. Nobody's really seeming to pay any attention to you. Most people you see here are elf. You are seeing a couple of humans.
Alright.
Alunodas is going to climb out from under the blanket and start driving the cart again.
Oh.
I'm assuming you're going to a little ways away from the gate here.
Yes.
So
Wait until we're away from the boat.
So are you headed to the east or to the west?
We are headed to the east.
Oh, let's go west.
Why are we going west? Isn't that the water?
Yeah, that's where the river is. We go east.
Well, to the west.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Yep.
So to the north and west, there are rivers. To the east, that goes back down into the lower parts of Feydale, outside of the walls.
We need to head toward the gate, so...
Yeah, well, then I guess we're heading east.
Okay, so you head east, and then I'm assuming south, once you get past the walls of Feydale, and bring back up the world map. So based on the napkin sketch that you got from Wallen, you would be heading to the east, and then once you get out of there, you would bear east, southeast to this, what you think is the location of the Feygate. That you would probably head south at some point and then try to pick up this stream that you crossed before going to Feydale, and then following that to the Feygate.
Yep.
Everybody give me a survival check.
13.
Apparently I die.
This is basically just to see how long it takes you to find the trail and path back to the Feygate.
Alexander, roll a survival check.
I believe he put into Discord that he was using the restroom.
God damn it.
That's okay. Nifron rolled a 23.
Alright.
Thank God.
It takes you probably about an hour and a half to find that stream again, and then from there you'll be able to follow it east to the waterfall where the Feygate is. There's Alexander's roll. That's a crit fail. As you are following the stream, you are going to hear the sounds of this waterfall get louder and louder and louder and louder until it's basically like this roar.
Alunodas has to pee.
Okay. We're almost done if you can wait like 5 minutes.
No, I was saying the waterfall.
Oh, okay. You are following the stream up, and the waterfall is getting louder and louder, and the moonlight is reflecting off this stream. And then as you enter this clearing, it opens up into this area that's probably about 100 yards wide and 100 yards deep. And the brightness of the moon is glittering off the top of this waterfall that you're now seeing. That's about 50 feet tall. This mist and foam is coming off of it after it hits these rocks at the bottom, and the air here is real thick and heavy. As you breathe in, you're breathing in some of this water. Everybody give me a stealth check.
Yeah, we're going to want to stop, rest, recharge our spells before we get to the actual stuff near the gate.
Okay, so as you come upon this clearing, you are going to see some campfires near the waterfall here, and you are seeing the outlines and shapes of some people moving around. So are you going to stop for the night and try to enter in the morning?
That is probably the best idea. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I think that's probably a good place to end it then.
Although I do like the claiming to be on a mission for Talewright. We should keep up that lie.
A little bit of that, too, is just like, God damn, let's get this thing moving.
And now Alexander can do the talking because Talewright doesn't need to only rely on elves.
It's a powerful name to drop, because everybody knows him.
It was such a bad idea to go into that stupid city.
So bad.
At least it gives me more time to figure out how to do a soundboard for a Kenku. They're only mimics.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If I could ask a halfling-sized favor, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's the best way to support us. New episodes come out every Monday, so make sure to check your podcast app. If you have an idea to make the podcast better, tell us about it on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out our website to see all the maps, lore, and characters at DungeonsandDebaclespodcast.com. And now a word from our fantasy sponsor.
I get you what they owe.
Have you been injured in a fight between a group of adventurers and town thugs? I'm Hamish the Hammer, and I can get you the gold you deserve.
I was minding my own business when a fight spilled onto the streets. The next thing I know, an arrow hits me in the leg. I'm a stable hand and I need me legs. They had to cut it off when the road set in. That's a day I won't forget, that's for sure. The hammer got me the gold to give me a peg leg, in compensation for my time away from work. Thank you, Hamish.
It's a story you hear every day. A man gets caught up in a fight that isn't his.
Going to the town guard or petitioning the leader of your village takes too long when you need gold now. My professional team of negotiators gets to the root of the problem and persuades them to do the right thing. I don't get paid unless you do. Send a raven with a message about your problem to Luscane, care of Hamish the Hammer, for a free consultation. The hammer gets you what they owe.
The music you heard on this episode was Teller of the Tells, Folk Round, Mist, and Mist on the Moor by Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0.